Miro whiteboard, okay, or Miro free online collaborative whiteboard platform. Okay, click on that. Miro. So it looks like this. So it's free in the sense 3 boards. You will get 3 free boards. As we go along, I'll explain. So login. You can sign up. So sign up for free is there. You can sign up. Click here, sign up. I've already created an account, so I will log in with my credentials. Once again, it says work email, but normal Gmail would do. So I'll do it with my normal Gmail, so that we all agree that we can just do it from the Gmail. Okay. Let me log in for a while. So Miro whiteboard, online whiteboard. So you can see here on the left. Can you see something on the left? You have created 2 boards. Now I just created 2 boards. And it's written, if you create more than 3 boards, older ones become read only. No problem. I'm okay with 3 boards because I'll show you. So let me start. So create a shared board, create a private board. You cannot create a private board because we are on a free thing. We are using it for free. So we have to upgrade. We don't need to upgrade that. So uh, and the beauty of this is you have so many templates. Now can you see here some Kanban framework, mind map, user story map, customer journey map. See, basically the online interactive whiteboards are meant for corporate discussions, okay, or discussions in the industry and all of that. So the manager, the HR, so they all sit across, and then they discuss their ideas, they put forward their thoughts, and then they do all of that. It's mainly meant for that. So that's why it is collaborative, so they can collaborate. So their client is in US or somewhere else, they all can collaborate. So they will give this idea, so no, he wants that modification, so he can change. It's so interactive whiteboards collaboration software is mainly meant for that. But for us as teachers, so right now we are using it as whiteboards. Okay, so let me now create a shared board, new board. So create a shared board. So when I click on that, once again it is giving me a lot of templates, lot of them. You can use any of these. So basically your whiteboard can look like any of these. uh, it's okay, I don't want to use any of these, but please explore it. So there are different cases also. I mean, is it for meetings or is it for research? You have lots of them. Please explore them. Right now I'm just going to do with a blank board. Okay, blank uh, whiteboard. Okay, so this is the blank whiteboard. Okay, nothing is there. There are a lot of things on the screen, nothing to get worried. So let's start from scratch. So first give it a name. So, okay, once again, whatever name you want to give, you can give. Okay, so owner is Rakesh Roshan. You can give the description. Okay, so just click on share. Okay, I have given, so don't worry, I've given the name. Next. Uh, so there are a couple of things on the, as I told you, this is a collaboration software. There are many features of this, but whatever is necessary for us to use this as a whiteboard, only that I'll discuss, okay, in today's session. So first thing that you need to do is you have to create frames. Jamboard, you have seen we had 20 frames. So like that you have to create frames. So from down one to the third one, you can see a frame thing. You just take the mouse there, it will show you frame. So click on that. There are a couple of things that are there. So you can customize your frame. You can have it as A4 paper, letter, 16:9, 4:3, 1:1. You can make it look like a phone. Each frame you can make it look like a phone, tablet, browser. I'll go with 16:9. You can try out with the other ones. So 16:9 I'm clicking right now. So now it has given me this frame. Okay, so click on the frame. If you want to name the frame, okay, if you want to give it a name, just here name frame is there, click on that and then say introduction. If you want, you can do it, else just ignore it. Nothing is going to happen. Okay, so this is the frame. You click on that, and so let me now expand it. Now I want this to be maximized for the entire screen because you will be writing on it. So what I'll do is I'll just go here on the down. You can see full screen, you can see minus, plus. Don't worry about other things. So you can see fit screen, fit to screen, you can do that. Still you want this to be bigger, you can click on once again come there, plus. plus zooming in. I think this is fine for me. Okay, so this is your frame. You can move the frame. See, as I move the frame is moving. So on the whiteboard I am creating frames and these frames are movable. So you want to lock your frame. Can you see a symbol here? Just click on your frame, lock. So now see, now if you move the frame, your whiteboard is also moving. So please keep this in mind. So don't worry too much about this. So let me unlock it. Yeah, okay. Now let me start writing. So the main purpose of this is to start writing. So let me create one more frame just for our understanding. So once again, click on frame, click on 16:9. So it has created two frames. I'll create one more frame for your understanding. So three frames. Like that, you can create on a whiteboard, you can create any number of frames. I have tested for 25 frames. So why am I telling the number? Because as I told you, you can download this entire thing as a PDF at the end of the session. So 25 I have tested. I guess you can do many more. Okay. So for our understanding, three frames are more than sufficient. Now let me go to, so moving from frame to frame is very simple. Just hold it and then go next. That's all. Okay. When you're explaining to your students. So start from first frame. So this is my first frame. Now what do you want to do? Once again, you want to write something on it. Now here text is allowed. So text. So you can do a lot of things. You can bold it. You can give a color to it. All of that, whatever you do, you want to do, you can do. Okay. Right now, my intention is not that. So explore it. That's fine. Okay. So you can write something for your students, and you can drag this, pull it, and all of that. Okay. Next. Now here once again you have the pen tool. Okay. So we have already seen what is meant by pen tool. So I'll just show you how to use it. So choose any color of your choice and then say yeah, start writing something. Right, looks good. Something you can write. Once again, as I told you, I mean, you can draw something. You can you can do all of that. Once again, just to make it complete, just something you can draw, and then you can start explaining to your students. So all of this is feasible. Okay. So this is about pen tool. So if you click on this, there is smart drawing here. So any shapes that you draw, it will automatically readjust it. So circle you draw, it may not be a perfect circle. So when I click on the smart drawing and then draw a circle, so now see, automatically it converts it to circle. So this is smart drawing tool. If you want, you can explore. Else, just uncheck this. That's fine. So then go back to this. So this is my first frame. I think that's okay. So I've shown you how to type. I've shown you how to write it and then draw some circuits or something like that. You can do that. If you want, you can put a sticky note. So I'll choose the color. So put a sticky note here. Once again, you want to write something. Drag it, move it, wherever you want to put it. Okay, solve the circuit. Okay, that's what you want your students to do. So first frame, more or less, it's full. So I'll go to the second frame now. See, just moving from frame to frame is very easy. As I told you, if you want to name it, you name it. Else, do not worry. Okay, next thing. You want to show, put some pictures and show it as we have done some time back. So click on this. Can you see this upload? So you can click on upload. From your device you can do it, or from Google Images also you can do it. I'll just click on my device. So I can maybe the same thing I'll show you just for our understanding, right? So now it's going beyond your frame. So don't worry. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Click on the picture, minimize it, and then drag it onto your frame. That's all. And then once again zoom in and then go to your frame. As simple as that. And once again you can move this. This is a picture, right? You can move this. If you want to lock it, you can lock it. See, you don't want this, so you can just lock it. Now you drag it, it won't move. It is locked with the frame. Okay, so it won't move at all. Okay. And then once again, as I told you previously, start explaining to your students. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, like that. So whatever you want to explain, you can explain. So let me go to the next frame. third frame, right? You want to do it, as I said, you want to do it from your Google. You want to show them live. I mean, any image. So once again, uh, anything you can type whatever you want to show. I mean, if it is subject related, you can put subject related. Uh, Anything would do. So it's getting loaded because once again, as I told you, you're doing it from the internet. So once again, it's very big. So just click on that, minimize it so that it fits to your frame. Whatever, how much ever you want it to occupy in your frame, you can just do that, and then zoom back. I mean, fit it to your frame, and yeah, I think this is fine for me. So I'll come to this frame. Or you can click on this full screen, just full screen. It will now make it full screen so that there is no confusion. Once again, if you want, you can lock this. Okay, now start explaining. So this is our cat, and so this is how beautiful it looks like. These are the eyes, and these are the ears, blah blah blah. Whatever you want to explain, you can explain. Okay, you can also write here as I shown you. So now all of that you could do, and as I told you, all of this you can save. Okay, I'll show you that, don't worry. Okay, so let's create one more frame. All three are used up. Let me go to the fourth frame. I don't want to move the frame. I just want so let me use this. So let me just move. So please don't hold the frame and then move it, because only that will be moved. So click on the board and then you move the entire thing. So and then plus make it full screen, and then plus this frame. Now I'll just show you one more thing. So the advantage of this over Jamboard is that not only the images you can upload, you can also upload PDFs, Word documents, Excel sheets, anything. Okay, let me just show you one. So once here, go to upload my device. Uh, Something just for our understanding. So I'll just click on this, just for our understanding. Once again, I mean, whatever is available, I'm just showing. So mm, so just once again, it's bigger. So minimize that, minimize it such that it fits your this thing, and then put it into your frame, and then yeah. Okay, and then you can start explaining. So that's a PDF, and then you start explaining whatever you want to explain from your PDF. I mean, so you say this is what it is, 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 and this is what it is, something like that. So you can explain from the PDF. You can upload PDFs, Word documents, Excel sheets. All of that is feasible here in Miro, whereas this feature is not there in Jamboards. Okay, so I think more than sufficient for us to know what all features are available. Once again, something goes wrong, I mean, you always have the what do you say, you can undo this here. You can see undo, you can do that. So rest all these, do not worry, it's for collaboration. So right now, do not worry about all of this. So and then you can share this. So when you're explaining itself, you are showing it on your screen, and then you are explaining to your students, so the students would get that. Or at the end of it, you can share this as a PDF. Okay, so for that, what you have to do, so click on this. Can you see this next to the name? Click on this, export this board, click on that, share board, save as image, save as PDF. So you can save it as an image, each frame. You can save the entire thing as a PDF. So let me just show you. uh, so save as PDF, small file size, best quality. So if you upgrade your plan, you will get the best quality. Not required, this is more than sufficient. So export. So it will download to my system. So now you can see it's downloaded. So let me click on that. So this is my Miro board that I have used just now to my students. So this is the first page, first frame rather. This is the second frame. This is the third frame. This is the fourth frame. I guess that's more than sufficient, right? So it looks good. I mean, the quality is good. I'm okay with this. If you want the best quality, you can upgrade it. Not required is what I personally believe. Only thing is you get a small watermark at the bottom down. Miro doesn't matter as such. Okay, so don't worry too much about the watermark. Okay. So if you don't want to share the PDF, nothing like that. If you want to share, you can do that. And yeah, I told you about. So this is how you can use it online to the online classes for your students, and you can also share the PDF, or you can share the image. Now collaborative. Now how do I use it for collaborative stuff? So here, click on share. Now when you click on share, see invite link to board and team can edit. So now you have the rights once again, can view, can comment, can edit, no access. So now I want to give them edit rights. So can edit, and then you copy the invite link. Now click on copy. Okay, and you can now share it with your collaborators, with whomever you want to collaborate. So it could be your students, or it could be your co-teachers, or it could be someone else. As I told you, the main intention of all these whiteboards is for brainstorming and discussions and all of that. So that's why you have all of these features. You can just use it if you wish, collaborate, give it to your co-teacher, and then let her also contribute, let him her also contribute. So I'll just show you how does it look like. Control V. So so when your co-teacher or student or whoever, now you can see a Rakesh Roshan there? Oh, it flew off, it went off. So what it's saying is, I mean, whatever is done so far is done by Rakesh Roshan, and then if you contribute something, when I see it, your name would come. Only thing is, when I send you the invite link, you have to sign up with the Miro. Once again, signing up is free, it won't cost you anything. 3 boards you will get. So this is all about collaboration. Okay, so copy invite link and then share it. So as I told you, you can add a lot many frames. Each frame corresponds to 1 page in your PDF. So that's more than sufficient for you. And you can, as I told you, you can create three boards. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So I have created 3 boards. Anything more than that would become read only. So your boards are retained. Your boards are retained, but you cannot edit the boards. Just keep that in mind. And that's all. So this is all about Miro online whiteboard.